What's up, guys? Welcome to another video. I am actually going to talk to you guys about three different things, three different camera brands. We have Kodak, Fuji, and Canon. Which one reigns supreme out of all three of those? One of those has to do the best. I know I do not have face cam on this video, but one thing, you won't need it for this one. But look at these cameras. This is the Fuji. Fuji has some of the best camera lenses. But not just camera lenses are their main point. We go to their actual cameras. We go to their X series, 10 series, all those. We're actually going to check out their X series today. But one thing about them is everyone buys them. They're all out of stock by the time they are they just don't have enough for everybody. You look at one of the X10T50. Out of stock. The X220. It's only new in the box body only, but out of stock, out of stock, out of stock, out of stock, out of stock. Everything is out of stock apart from like a couple that no one really pays for because of the price point. They are well known for what they do is they make their they give a style of like film cameras. Film cameras were so big for a long time. Film cameras became so huge for some reason. I don't know truly why, but they became big. But we also have two different other styles of cameras. Like this one, like film cameras were big in the 1990s area, that type of thing. But then digital cameras started becoming bigger, and then Canon came in the game like, oh yes, we're here. We're awesome. We're here. We're alive type thing. They have a ton of different stuff, but we're not here for that. We're not here for that kind of stuff. We are here to find cameras. So we're going to go to Canon. Camera. So we're going to look at Canon cameras. Cameras under $500. They have those, but they're not as they're high quality as heck though. They're really good cameras. Like right here, the EOS. I believe that is actually a mirrorless camera. We're actually going to look at mirrorless today. These are mirrorless cameras. If I am correct, those are mirrorless cameras. Same with this, the EOS R1. Freaking expensive. That's why no one buys them. That's why not a lot of people buy these things. But they're still here. But the time I'm making this one, I've actually posted I posted a video already. It's up right now. I hope you guys like it. But right now, with this, there's two different other there's another camera brand. Kodak. Digital cameras. They have kind of been out of the race for a little bit. We've not really heard a lot of Kodak. I don't know why, because I think they're still good cameras. Like their film cameras, they still have those. You go to digital. They have those, but they don't have a ton of them. Fuji, they are like expensive. They are difficult to find. You go to just normal cameras, you go to the XH2 cameras. $1,900. I ain't got no money like that. So I have no clue exactly why they're so expensive. But it's awesome. I would literally pay my money. I would pay $2,000 just to buy this. People think that it's going to be so expensive that whenever you buy these things, it's going to be expensive. Yes, it's going to be. Photography is a really expensive thing. Fuji makes some of the best cameras, like I previously stated. They make some of the best cameras. This one is a 40 pixel 40 megapixel, which on a lot of cameras nowadays, you would mainly get like 26 megapixel, 26.5 megapixels with a 15 frame shutter speed. Absolutely insane. Um, so it's insane to find all of this. But it's great. But I'm pretty happy about with this type of stuff is today we're going to be checking out these. We're going to be checking out all of these different style of cameras, which we're going to be focusing on Fuji. Very excited to see that Fuji is like starting to kind of like they're still expensive. Like if you want to get the millimeter, you will be spending upwards of $2,500. I don't think anybody has that kind of money. I know I don't, but that's the only one of the H2s. So if we go to see all the cameras, like here, the least expensive, if we go like price to cameras, we're gonna go the X series. We're gonna go to like the lowest I think is $700. No items in the current price range. Let's apply price filter and see what we get. They're out. It's kind of sad to see that, but things happen. But these things are awesome to find on here. Like you can see that these are expensive as heck. You go to the mirrorless cameras here, they're still extremely expensive because let's go to beginner. There's going to be a lot more beginners, but we're also going to have like the beginner ones on here. The RS, the EOS R8 body. Cheaper than usual. I'm not saying it's, oh my gosh, that's such a cheap camera. Heck no. They're way too expensive for that. But then you look at the EOS R50. Oh my goodness, that is a cheap camera. It is a 24.2 megapixel with a CMOS APS-C sensor with a 4K uncropped movie up to 30 FPS oversampled from 6K. This is actually insane to find on here. It has longer than 30-minute recording. If you want to get the content creator kit, because I will be doing content creation. So this would be the kit that I would pay for myself. It's going to be almost $1,000, the money I do not have. So whenever you look at all of this, you're gonna be like, oh, what are the full specifications of this entire thing? Digital, interchangeable lenses, blah blah blah, mirrorless camera, all that stuff. You think matter the biggest amount? No, the shutter speed and the balance and everything like that are the biggest parts that matter the most. The shutter speed. You need to have a good shutter speed to have a decent, nice, good camera. Video shooting, not bad. But the drive system, like all that kind of stuff, you need to worry about exactly what you're going to be paying for. What you're going to be paying for is a decent camera setup with that, with a 50 millimeter, 45 millimeter, I think. Yeah, 45 millimeter cropped, which is a good camera, which people don't really understand exactly why it's such a good camera. People think that, like, whenever you buy a camera, it's supposed to be like, oh, it's going to be expensive whenever you buy a camera. Well, it's going to be expensive. If you go to Fuji films, blah, $1,200. But there are cameras that are on Canon that are extremely expensive, like to the point where I just don't feel like I would be able to pay for, even with gonna be making money. Because if you go to mirrorless lenses, I'm not getting lenses, but I mean like just cameras in general, like that is expensive as absolute heck. I would buy this one for myself. The EOS R100. 24.1 megapixels. Perfectly fine. Doesn't matter. Well, it does matter, but in the sense of like, you want to have something that works, it's $600 just for that. That's huge in that sense. Because the camera I have is a Chinese camera that we got online. Does it work? Yes. That's all we're happy about. But going between Fuji and EOS, like Canon cameras, Canon reigns supreme for mirrorless style cameras that are on the cheap end. But Fuji cameras overdo it and are better than Canon cameras when it comes to remaking film style pictures, like photos. On a film style, it makes it look like it's old, rustic look to it. But Fuji has an adaptation in their style of stuff that actually make it look like it's a film camera, but it's actually a digital camera. So, props to them. They have done it well. And I respect Canon. I would pay more for Canon stuff because I'm not the biggest. I like film style stuff, but it's not my personal thing. I would rather buy an EOS. This might be the next camera I personally buy for myself when I get money. So, I hope this video is kind of a cool thing for you. Like, which one is the best out of some cameras? I think the better one out of the XS20 will actually have to be the XS20, not the EOS R100. Based on price, the EOS wins. But Fuji, the reason why the price is so high is because of what you get out of it. The reason why the price on the EOS is like R100 is a little lower is because of what you're getting for it. But this is body only, so if you want to get a 45, like something like how this one is, you're paying an extra $100. Well, actually, almost $200. So remember that. So I hope this video was of any help to some of people that are like wanting to get into this and wanting to learn how to do it. There are many ways of doing it. This is one of them, going into figuring out what camera you guys want. So I'll see you guys in the next one. I hope you guys like it.